Hi, this is Mrs. Dot, and I'm very excited today. We are talking about Investigation 1, which is focus on number lines. I love number lines because it gives you a visual of how numbers relate to one another. And we are going to be doing the investigation together. So you should have this worksheet, and so get cozy. We're going to be working today. When we talk about number lines, we have to look. Here's a line. We can make little marks on it, and those marks are nice, but they don't mean anything to us without some point of reference. It's just little marks. I want you to look at. I'm going to scroll and I'm going to erase this. I want you to look. I'm going to just scroll this up. I want you to look at the number line that we have right here. And in this number line, it has some numbers in it which gives us an idea of what we're working with. We have a 0, a 4, an 8, and a 12. I know that there are a lot of other things that can be valued between here and 0 and 4. In fact, if I look, that tells me that in between here, this is a 2, because if half of 4 is 2. So what I'm learning is that in between here and here are 2 places. So let's try this again. 2 places, we've got 4. Now here is our next one. 4 blank 8, we know that 2 more from 4 is 6. 8 blank 12. Now I'm asking you to fill in that, and don't just look at the bottom, okay? We're going to say 10. Now down here they have the same number pattern, only people tried to do it with ones. 1, 2. Does that work? No. 4, 5, 6. No. So this tells us that the distance between these is 2. Here we have a number line, and we need to figure out what's it apart. And as you can see, we know that between here, between here and here is 10, and between 10 and here, this is another 10, and so they're going in tens. But we also know that if we go in between tens, we couldn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, so we know that halfway between 10, 0, and 10, this little guy, this is going to be 5. And this little guy, what's 5 more than 10? 15. And then 5 more than 20? 25. Now, one thing that you can note about number lines is you can start to see number patterns. So the pattern that we're finding here is we can count by 5s. And the arrows, I'm going to scroll up, the arrows point to everything that's 5 and up. Every tick mark is 5 more tick marks. Well, I hope that you pause right now, because I would like you to find the pattern for this one. We know it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that does not work. So you are going to have to figure out what the pattern is, what the distance is between 0 and 10. So you may have to, I want you to pause and take a minute. Okay, now that you're back, the book suggests that we try with ones. We know that's not going to happen. Let's try with twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Woohoo! They also said try it with 5, so let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Not going to work there. We could do it with 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Nope. So we know that 2s work the best. So the pattern is count up by 2s. And the arrows point to the even numbers on this number line. Okay, I want you to pause right now, and I would like you to write the numbers that go below the tick marks. Then come back to me, okay? Okay, you are back. We have to go 0 to 100. I say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You know what? I got lucky. I just guessed. I thought it looks like about 10. So we are going to, here we go, let's draw this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Man, these are hard to fit in. 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. We have now we're not starting at 0. You can do that on number lines where they don't necessarily have to start at the beginning. We have 60, 80, 100. So what is halfway between 60 and 80? Yes, you are right. It is 70. And because of that, it tells me that there's 10 between here. So 80. So 80, what's 10 more of 80? 90. And then we go right here. Oh no, wait a minute, guys. These little teeny tick marks, these are going to be, we know that between here and here is 10, so between here and here should be 5. So this is going to be 65, 75, 85, 90, and 95. And now you get to create your own. Draw tick marks for 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, tell me if this looks right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Does that look correct? No, I'm going to erase this right now. Let's see if we can erase. Turning on my eraser. See, we're erasing. So that does not look right, does it? Because they're not, for it to be correct, we've got to have it spaced evenly. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. We've got a little scratchy part. Okay, there we go. Back to drawing. So we need to look at creating space that's going to be even. So I have to think 2, 4, 6, 8. Not quite, a little right there, but if we were to say 2, 4, 6, 8. They're not quite perfect. This one's a little bigger than that side, but generally the idea is you want it even, they need to be evenly spaced. Now on a number line, we can use both positive and negative numbers, which is pretty crazy to consider. Number lines are awesome for showing positive and negative numbers. Notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These numbers are getting bigger. If we were to write the symbol, they're getting bigger. The opposite happens when you're going in negative numbers. This side is getting, while they're getting bigger in size, they're getting smaller in value. So these get, whoa. Wrong way, guys. Come on. Come on. There we go. So as you get closer to the number line, they get bigger in value because -5 is actually smaller than -2. And we can write our numbers in a lot of different ways. We can go, here's -6, 5, 4, 3 to up to 0, and then we can keep going after 0 to bigger numbers in the positive zone. I also love to use a number line, as you might know, or you'll notice down the road. I love to use a number line when I'm thinking about temperature or time. And here is an example. At 3 p.m. the temperature was 2 degrees. Burr. At 5 p.m. the temperature was 6 degrees colder. Wait a minute, we are already at 2 degrees. What the heck? What was the temperature at 5 p.m.? So here's what we do. We count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we find ourselves in the negative number zone. So at 5 o'clock, the temperature was -5 degrees. Oh, Molly, here's another example. Molly owes money to her friends. She had $2 and she borrowed $5 from her friend. She was able to give $2 to her friend, but how much money does she still owe her friend? So she gave $2. Here's 1, 2, but 3, 4, 5. So she still owes her friend $3. In number 5, it says, write the number that is less than 0. Use digits. Write a number that is 15 less than 0. It would be -15. Use words. -15. And then write the next 4 numbers in this sequence: 20, 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, -10, -15. Okay? And then to what number is each arrow pointing in problems 7 and 8? Find the patterns. Try 1s, try 10s, try 5s, 10 times. The pattern here is to count up 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3. If we try 1s, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would work. So this little guy is to go by 1s, and the arrow points to -3. Let's put that right there. And then find the pattern here. Well, they say to try it with 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh, you know what? We 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And the pattern on this is to count by 2s, and the arrow points to 2, 4, 6, -6. Now a number line can help us compare two numbers. Numbers go from least to greatest in a number line. So it's like this, which is awesome. So we know that if we were to compare -3 to -2 or to +2, we know that 2 is greater than -3. And this is why I love a number line. Well, my friends, I would like you to finish up the last little, let's see, I'm going to pause for a moment. And then we're going to pause for a moment and I will add the very last part of our video.